It'd be easier that way. Whatever. If you guys want to set it up, if they're asking for that. Good afternoon, and welcome to a very special presentation for Elite Esports. Today is our Marvel Rivals game day, and it will be the EGES from Miami County Dade versus the Elite Eagles in today's matchup. Taking a look at our starting lineup in DPS, and DPS again will be both Super Zachary and MJ Leaf, followed by our main tank, Nuzzle, and in our three supports, Younger Chaos, It's in My Hugs, and Giselle. You'll switch it over to the gameplay once the map has been decided. It is going to be a convoy map to start out today's match. Looks like it's going to be Tokyo 2099 at Spider Islands.
I think they might have a dude who knows Hulk on their team.
Yeah.
Just about, yeah.
I think we start it here. I think we should be good.
The not New York. The not New.
And we are moving on to the first map in today's best of 5. It's going to be on Spider Islands. It's going to be a convoy map with the Elite Eagles going to be starting out on defense, it looks like. Of course, in Convoy, both teams will have the opportunity to push a cart down to a series of checkpoints. Both teams will get a chance to both attack and defend. And whatever team pushes it farther wins. If both teams are to complete all 3 checkpoints, then we will go into an overtime round. So we'll enter as soon as we are allowed to see the hero bands for each side in this first map. All right, so the Elite Eagles will be in blue. They're going to be defending first with EGES in red. Looks like the Eagles have decided to ban both Magic and Namor, and a bit of a rough original selection on the side of EGES. Gotta say, those are 2 smart picks, picking both Venom and Doctor Strange to ban. Of course, we know from Nuzzle's gameplay that those are probably his 2 best characters right now. And so it's going to be interesting to see what he's going to be able to do on Captain America. Eagles opting for triple support to start things out with Younger Chaos on Cloak and Dagger, It's in My Hugs on the Invisible Woman, MJ Leaf on his signature Spider-Man, and Giselle on Luna Snow. Super Zachary also playing his best character, Squirrel Girl, in this first round. And looks like MJ Leaf sporting the always amazing Spider-Punk skin to start out. The Eagles are defending to start. Looks like MJ's already setting up very, very close to the other team's spawn. It's a risky strategy. We'll see if he's able to get a pick early and start things all right for the Eagles. EGES starting with just 2 tanks. And immediately, MJ goes in and pulls off Magneto and swings right out of there, securing a kill for the Eagles early on in the match. Now Zachary firing all of those slingshotted peanuts right into the spawn of EGES. Nuzzle already into the fray, a little bit low, getting out. Gotta make sure he doesn't extend too much. He is the only tank for the Eagles in today's game. Tries to get the enemy thing low. Gets healed up by both Giselle and Itzen. Dives in, finds Lynx for another pick. And the Eagles doing really well to not let this card get around the corner. Zachary ulting in, and Kyan wreaking havoc on the backline. He finds Lynx again. She flies out, but Zachary's the one that cleans it up. And the opposing player is not even looking at Nuzzle, doing everything he can. And Nuzzle was just able to get into the backline there, uncontested. And while he didn't get any final blows, Super Zachary was there to clean up that and make that a clean team fight win for Elite. Nuzzle doing what he can to make sure that they don't fall forward. Now Zachary and Giselle both being pressured by the Scarlet Witch. She gets taken down. Giselle throws some icicles at her. And one more DPS down early in a fight for EGES. Moon Knight ult coming down. Doesn't get anyone. Does get a few people low. That's a big pick for EGES. Giselle going down shortly after the Moon Knight ult. And 3 more picks coming in. So looks like it to be a team fight win for EGES. Nuzzle being the last person to stand there. And popping the ult just to stay alive seems to be too risky of an ult. Tries to dive in, maybe get any more value out of it. And MJ Leaf now, ulting with Spider-Man, gets 1. Clobbering time goes down for EGS, but no one seems to be clobbered there. Now MJ Leaf doing what he can to pick off some of these healers and get them distracted enough so they don't heal the front line for EGS. He's right above him, takes out that beacon, and Nuzzle and MJ team up to get the Moon Knight. Amplifier comes down for EG. And they are able to get some value out of it. MJ doing what he can to try to even the score here in this fight. And seems like this Rocket is just doing everything he can to stay alive. He's an annoying little raccoon. He is. And Nuzzle in the backline. Scarlet Witch ult comes out. Doesn't get anyone. Everyone backs up easily. Nuzzle punching Cloak and Dagger as fast as he can. He throws the shield into their face. And he gets 2. 2 for Nuzzle in this fight. And that's going to be a good hold for the Eagles. We head into the final fight here. Just 40 seconds for EG to push this cart to that first checkpoint. And Nuzzle making sure that nobody is able to escape the fists of Captain America. Just beating Magneto into submission and running back towards his team. MJ gets ran into the backline, gets taken down really to a really low health. And now Nuzzle ulting in the backline. He wants to win this fight early and convincingly. Few low health targets. Winter Soldier taken down. MJ and Zachary both ult. And overtime has been initiated, but EG does not have the numbers on the cart to sustain in this fight. Amplifier does go down from the Rocket. If they're able to keep the Thor up, they could work a miracle here. But Thor gets taken down, and that is going to be a excellent hold for the Eagles, provided no one else touched the cart. Thing trying to run into, but he gets trapped up by MJ's webs. And a very, very convincing first half of round 1 for the Eagles. It's not impossible for EG to come back and make a full hold here, but it's going to be very tough. Only time that EG was able to get any momentum was off of that Moon Knight ult, and while it didn't find any eliminations, it was able to take down all of those healers on the side of Elite and push the cart a little bit further. There doesn't seem to be any hero composition changes for the side of the Eagles right now. Waiting to see what Super Zachary does. Will he stick on Squirrel Girl, or will we see him do something else? Nope. No composition changes for the Eagles. And Kyan, or Nuzzle I should say, flexing some of that hero repertoire today. Has not really played Captain America in a lot of these competitive matches, but he looked calm, cool, and collected out there. They tried to ban his two best, and he just showed how deep his bag is in terms of some of these tank heroes. Now MJ on the Spider-Man again. He's going all the way to the left, looking around for anyone in the backline. He spots Luna Snow. She gets really low, and she gets taken down immediately. The Punisher turret was unaware that Spider-Man was all up in his business, and MJ looks to get two. Punisher really low. He's not letting him escape. And Zachary gets two more as well. Very quick fight for the Eagles, making quick work of EG here. Root staying alive a little too long. Now those respawns are going to be staggered. Now the Eagles are going to be pushing the cart. Still a little bit of ways to go. They have to get around this corner here. But Nuzzle taking advantage of the early respawns coming in. Now, threatening inside of the spawn for EG is Nuzzle. Younger Chaos and Zachary holding off that door well. And that will be it. A very quick first match for the Eagles as they take a 1-0 lead in today's best of 5.
We gotta figure out what map they want. Okay, I know how to add bands now, though. You just have to put it on. Mm-hmm.
Yo, my knife is so ugly. Did I carry back late?
Yeah.
Now your knife was supposed to be your character.
Mhm.
But 23%.
Alright.
I'm gonna be honest. I'd be surprised if they didn't ban Spider-Man here if they're going to ban an anchor, since Spider-Man is the anchor between Venom and Squirrel Girl. So if they try to get me off Squirrel Girl, they may just try to ban Spider-Man so I don't get the team up with him. Yeah.
I feel like they're probably gonna go Spider-Man Strange. I feel that's probably gonna be what they're gonna ban.
Someone said Wakanda.
Wakanda?
Also, Mr. Kiwi, Luca couldn't make it.
Domination. Okay. Domination. Wakandan Empire. Wait. Okay, I think it's.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
domination. Okay.
right, we are moving on to round number 2. In today's best of 5, EGES has elected to pick Burning T'Challa in the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. It is going to be a domination map, meaning that both teams will fight over control of a central point in the middle of the map. And the first team to reach 100% control will win the round. These are both also best 2 out of 3 rounds. So the first team to win 2 rounds will take the map. Let's check out our map bans. And it looks like EGS really not wanting to mess around with Nuzzle's Venom here. All 6 players choosing to ban the character. Magic also being banned once again by the Elite Eagles. And now 20 seconds before the next ban. Looks like it might be a Spider-Man ban. They didn't want to mess with MJ Leaf's Spider-Man in this one. Now the Eagles still having to pick another one. Looks like they're going to go with a Loki ban. Really interesting pick. You don't see a ton of Loki. He's a very difficult character, but the duplicate ultimate can be devastating in the right hands. Now Zachary going with the Squirrel Girl pick. And MJ Leaf's going to need to think of something else besides Spider-Man. Looks like Nuzzle will stick on the Captain America. Winter Soldier pick. I haven't seen too much of that in these match. Oops, maybe not. You're still loading in.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready. The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Seems to be a little bit of technical difficulty to start. You're still waiting on these gates to go down. Of course, the spectators are subject to a delay in Marvel Rivals to prevent any sort of cheating. So I am about 40 seconds behind all the players and what they see. That's an interesting composition coming out from the side of EGES in this one.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it? So this is the future. Or one future, anyway.
Of course, Eagles are up 1-0 due to their heroics in that first game. Nuzzle going in really hard, already behind them. Just kind of waiting for position. They don't even see him. He dives right in, starts to punch the Cloak and Dagger, gets her pretty low, but the peel from the Rocket Raccoon does come in. They do try to get some additional value, preventing those respawns. And MJ Leaf finds one in the back with the Winter Soldier. He's just pacing his shots perfectly. That Hulk is now really low, and now he's going to transform back into little Bruce Banner. And he gets taken down. MJ Leaf punches the Shark right in front of him for good measure, and he's going right in. I don't know why I doubted MJ's Winter Soldier. It's looking just fine. And a late kill onto the Doctor Strange should prevent any further progress. Sin doing a good job, not staying too close to the team, providing that extra bit of healing. She pushes the Hulk back in the spawn, and it might be difficult for EGES to make any forward progress here, although someone has snuck behind everyone else and made some progress. Looks like Zachary is back 1v1ing Jeff the Shark. Giselle helps him out, and backcapping is no more. Itzin does get taken down. Winter Soldier ult comes out from MJ. He finds one, pulls in Doctor Strange, looking for more, but Doctor Strange is hiding behind his shield. He pulls that shield down just a little bit too early, and Zachary's able to finish him off with some of those shots from his slingshot. Squirrel ult comes out from Super Zachary. The Hulk gets turned back into Bruce Banner. Amplifier being used in the spawn. EGS just trying to make any forward progress here, but the Eagles are not letting them have it. They all back up. Itzin doing a good job keeping everyone up. Same thing with Younger Chaos and Giselle. No kills coming out from the side of EG, thanks to the excellent support line that the Eagles have going right now. Of course, with 3 supports, it's about, that's about 33% more healing. Oh, Jeff ult comes out. Everyone's running away. No one wants to get eaten by the Shark, and it looks like Itzin was devoured and will be spit off the map by that Jeff the Shark. Lynx goes in a little too far. Zachary getting really low. Giselle turns around to heal him up. And now it is MJ into the spawn. But that is going to be it. Now at a quick 100-0 on its domination map for the Eagles. And now just stand 1 point away from taking a 2-0 lead in this best of 5.
Before you attack, get ready.
Would you look at us? The man out of time and the cyborg assassin.
Battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Looks like Zachary just having some fun with training dummy. Everyone's beating up on the training dummy in that lobby. Everyone gathers around the door, waiting to run out. Nuzzle, of course, will be the first one out. He's going to sprint right into it.
Mission area. Got it?
You can't be brave without being afraid first.
Now Nuzzle charging head first in. Actually, he's going to sneak around. He's going to knock the secret wall behind them. They don't even know he's there. He dives in. He finds 2. But they start to block really well. And now Nuzzle in a really precarious position. He's trying to do his best to take someone down with that cloak and dagger. And Zachary 1v1ing the God of Thunder on his own. And squirrels are no match for the electrical power of Thor. He charges up into the air. He finds one. Law 1 doing really well in this fight. This might be a team fight win for EGES. MJ doing what he can. He does not have the ult available. Just barely missing out on that Scarlet Witch. She gets healed up just a tad. But the Eagles are the ones in control here. And Law 1 stepping off now just gives MJ a free reign over these people. But there's no protection for MJ. He gets taken down. Kind of a chaotic fight in this one. Squirrel Girl ult comes out from Zachary. Doesn't find anything yet. And a Scarlet Witch in the backline is 3v1. The 3 healers 1v1 or take down the Scarlet Witch before she can deal any damage to the tank or DPS line of the Eagles. Just swinging around on the point. But he's the last one there and he gets taken down. And finally a full team wipe for the Eagles. Now they have a chance to properly set up. Also running back. Does get trapped by Squirrel Girl. They're looking for an opening to dive right in. Thor goes in. Now Nuzzle goes in. He finds one. He gets stunned. And now he is in front of all 5 of the other players on EGES. Trying to target the Squirrel Girl, trying to punch and throw a shield at anything he can to provide his team that crucial space they need to clean up. MJ is able to clean up one. He gets pushed back by Thor, punches him away. MJ pacing his shots, trying to take down one of these healers. He does. He finds the Luna Snow. And now is armed and dangerous, but no one is there, so he can do it again. He doesn't even need the ult. He keeps firing away with that revolver. He gets 2, and then Zachary takes down Law 1 and Chicken Swooze. And that is going to be it. The Elite Eagles taking a 2-0 lead in today's best of 5.
Another epic victory.
And MJ Leaf. Sorry if I had ever doubted you. That Winter Soldier pick worked out just fine. They thought they could contain him by getting rid of the Spider-Man. And all they did was seem to make him stronger. We will return as soon as we are ready for Game 3. All right, we are on to game 3 with the Eagles up 2-0 over EGES. And it is going to be Central Park on Convergence. Convergence is a little bit like Convoy, just a slight tad different. Instead of pushing the cart towards a first checkpoint, the team must capture a point similar to Domination, and then push the cart from there. So Eagles up 2-0 in this best of 5, looking to close it out and looking to extend their winning streak to 3 games. Or to just 2 games, I think, actually. But always good to extend that winning streak. Looks like map banning has already happened. Either that or I'm not able to see it.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
It looks like I might not be able to watch the map banning process.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
And it looks like I'm not able to see what's going on. This is a weird glitch. I have not seen this before. Alright, we will be right back as soon as these technical difficulties are fixed. And we'll see if we are able to watch this third match. All right. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, I was unable to observe the final match of the game. But the Eagles took care of business and were able to come away in today's match with a 3-0 victory, extending their winning streak and improving to 3-2 on the season. With 1 week left in the regular season, the Eagles are going to need to make a push for the playoffs, but they are well within reach thanks to a big win today. We will be back with more esports streams this Thursday at 3 p.m. with our middle school